experiments, and if they're experiments, you don't know ahead of time whether they're going to work. Experiments are by their very nature prone to failure, but big successes, a few big successes compensate for dozens and dozens of things that didn't work. So, you know, bold bets, AWS, Kindle, Amazon Prime, our third-party seller business, all of those things are examples of bold bets that did work, and they pay for a lot of experiments. I've made billions of dollars of failures at Amazon.com.
Hello guys, before starting the video, please check down in the description and the pinned comment for a special offer on a Jeff Bezos book for only $2.99. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please like and share the video, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell icon for more updates. You guys will find that you have passions, and having a passion is a gift. I think we all have passions. And you don't get to choose them. They pick you, but you have to be alert to them. You have to be looking for them. And when you find your passion, it's a fantastic gift for you because it gives you direction. It gives you purpose. You could have a job, or you can have a career, or you can have a calling, and the best thing is to have a calling. And if you find your passion, you'll have that, and all your work won't feel like work to you. Many kids and many grown-ups do figure out over time what their passions are, and sometimes we let our I don't think it's that hard. I think what happens though sometimes is that we let our intellectual selves overrule those passions. And so that's what needs to be guarded against. My job as the leader of Amazon, one of my jobs is to encourage people to be bold, and people love to focus on things that aren't yet working. And that's good. It's human nature that divine discontent can be beneficial, but you know, it's tough to get people to make bold bets, and you need to encourage that if you're going to make bold bets, they're going to be experiments, and if they're experiments you don't know ahead of time they're going to work. Experiments are by their very nature prone to failure. Big success is a few big successes that compensate for dozens of things that didn't work. So you know, bold bets, AWS, Kindle, Amazon Prime, our third-party seller business, all of those things. These are examples of bold bets that did work. They pay for many experiments. I've made billions of dollars of failures at Amazon. Literally billions of dollars of failures, and you know, you might remember Pets.com or Cosmo, or you know, to give myself a root canal with no anesthesia very quickly. None of those things are fun, but they also don't matter. What companies matter? That don't continue to experiment with companies that don't embrace failure. They eventually get in the desperate position where the only thing they can do is we could kind of Hail Mary bet at the very end of their corporate existence. Whereas companies, what do you know about making bets all along, even though you know big bets, but not bet the company bets? I don't believe in bet the company bets. That's when you're desperate. That's the last thing you can do. It's not you can be out of work and you have a terrible work-life balance, you know, even though you've got all the time in the world, right? You could feel like, oh my God, you know, I'm miserable, and you would be draining energy, so you have to find that harmony. It's a much better word, and I think it's about meaning. People want to know that they're doing something exciting and valuable for most people. And for us, you know, because of the challenges that we have chosen for ourselves, we get to work in the future. And it's super fun to work in the future for the right kind of person you need to be if you are nimble and robust, so you need to be able to take a punch, and you also need to be quick and innovative and do new things at high speed. That's the best defense against the future, and you always have to be leaning into the future. If you depend away from the end, the lot will win every time. Never trust away from the future. We all have adversity in our lives. Yeah, I would doubt if you know somebody, any friend, or anybody you talk to. There's no lack of adversity in and by the way, that's good because it's what teaches us how to get back up. You fall, you get back up. It always happens, and you know, you get sure gifts in life. And you want to take advantage of those, but I guess, my advice on adversity and success, it would be to be proud not of your gifts, but of your hard work and choices. Who was within the shouting distance of California was, you know, they might have been a doctor. But they quit being a doctor, and they started panning for gold. And that rarely works, and even if it does work, you know, according to some metric financial success. It might be, I suspect it leaves you unsatisfied, so you need to be very clear with yourself, and I think it is one of the best ways to do that. Is this notion of projecting yourself forward to age 80, looking back on your life, and trying to make sure you've minimized the number of regrets you have. Works for career decisions, it works for family decisions. You know, do you want? I have a 14-month-old son, and it's very easy for me to think about myself when I'm 80. I know I want to watch that little guy grow up, and so if it's, I don't want to be 80 and think to shoot, you know. I missed that whole thing, and I don't have the kind of relationship with my son that I wished I had, and so on and so on. So if you think about that, I guess another thing, what I would recommend to people is that they always take a long-term point of view. And I think this is something about which there's a lot of controversies. There's something, a lot of people. And I'm just not one of them who believe that you should live for the now. I think what you do is think about the great expanse of time ahead of you and try to make sure that you're planning for that in a way that's going to leave you ultimately satisfied. So this is way. It works for me, and I mean this is everybody needs to find that for themselves. So, there are a lot of paths to satisfaction, and you need to find one that works for you. Please don't wait to ask in your comments section if you have any other queries. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Please like and share the video, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell icon for more updates.